However, mates, I have something special today. I'm showcasing my Legos. Yeah, I made a video only to show you that, because I did that, and I'm very, very, very happy, because that took a lot of patience, you know. I decided to paint my lips. Yeah, that's supposed to be the color of my glasses. Oof, wait a second. Okay, it doesn't work. I really look like a Minecraft character, because I am made of square. I could like do this, and that's my face. I literally am Steve, my mates. I'm Steve. Call me Steve today. So after I've designed my character and made him look like Mahito, or at least I hope he looks like Mahito. You know, he has blue hair. Let's just drop it. I decided to start mining, because that's the best I can do. I need armor, I need stone to build some valid walls, and I got to say I'm not really sure how Terraria works, even though that's modded Terraria, yeah. I just think like maybe it works like Minecraft, so I should better use stone, not wood, so that it doesn't burn down if something breathes fire. Yeah, I'm pretty stupid, I know. Anyway, I did not encounter many enemies at first, but then I found a lovely abandoned mine or mine shaft, and I stopped being so cautious. You know, when I'm new to a game, I usually proceed as though the game is in hardcore, yeah, so if I die once, I'm done for. So I was moving in squares. I'm talking about squares a lot today. So basically, after mining a little bit, I, closed wall behind me, and then moved a little bit forward. I closed another wall, and that's that. That's why I skip a lot of me digging through the dirt, because it's a really tedious task to watch through it all, and I don't want you to get bored too easily. Of course, since I have not met many enemies on my way to the mine shaft, I got a little bit ahead of myself with the new tools, and I just jumped around grabbing everything that looked even remotely useful. And I, met something that I should have avoided at all costs. And of course, after letting my guard down for some time, I kind of panicked and teleported myself with a potion right to the surface, which was kind of embarrassing, to be honest, but yeah, I will go back to the mineshaft, I'm sure I will. Anyway, I started building using wooden planks, because of course I forgot that I didn't want my house to be easily flammable, so that's on me. And after getting a frame of the house, I kind of realized that it looked pretty miserable, so of course I've started decorating it by adding walls and some additional stuff lying around. But then I realized that I need to go sightseeing if I wish to have more fancy furniture, and that's what I did. I found a desert, and then I found a golf guy, which was quite a surprise. So of course I have invited him to the next floor of my wonderful home, and I continued on building with glass this time. And after I was finished with the glass floor, which was kinda tacky, I have to admit, I went on another journey, equipped with a formidable weapon that is the grass mower. I even bought an assassin's hood to match my grass mower. You got to admit that they go very well together. After that, I went right back to the mineshaft. I took what's mine. I even have beaten the golem that freaked me out the first time, and I went on deeper into the caves. My brave adventure led me into the caves lit with mushrooms. Yeah, I know how it sounds, but There are literally mushrooms here, nothing else. I mean, I've gathered the mushrooms not thinking if they will be of use for me later on, because you can't eat them. Well, mushrooms are usually edible, but what can I say? And after that, I've kind of given up, because I could see no end to the caves and no particular loot inside them, so I went back to the surface. As it turned out, one of the metals I have gathered was useful only for decoration, so that's how I used it. And the mushrooms, though they were not edible, were also used for decoration, which was honestly good news. I had 2 more floors to decorate. Well, too bad I did not gather enough mushrooms for the entire floor, so I had to go back and get more of them, which wasn't this difficult, but while going back to the caves, I've encountered something strange. A real rideable mineshaft. That's not something you see in Minecraft, yeah? So of course I was rightfully excited about it. I've hopped into the car and almost drove into lava, so yeah, thank you for that, mates. Thank you for that. I mean, not you, mates, I mean the creators of this mineshaft. Whoever designed this mineshaft is a douche. So I've arrived finally at my destination and started gathering mushrooms. But life would be way too easy if I didn't get into some kind of troubles. Of course I found a dungeon and I was stupid enough to go into it and get myself overwhelmed, let's say. Not immediately, but let's just say I shouldn't grab everything that I see. And definitely I should not touch cursed books. After some miserable attempts to get rid of that floating cursed book that was shooting projectiles at me and ignoring the laws of everything I know, so floating in and out of the dungeon through the walls, I've chickened out. With enough mushrooms this time I've decorated another floor, though the furniture did not glow, which was kind of disappointing, but all in all it looked neat. With that, I had only the attic left, and I started thinking about building another house nearby. So of course I had to do some terraforming to fit a new house, or perhaps maybe 2 new houses, or maybe 3, you know. And then I kind of got bored and went on a little walk, and it ended up to be a lengthy journey. I found boreal wood, and then I found a strange structure. The structure led me, well, to the caves, of course, and I stupidly followed. And that was, boy oh boy, terrible. I think I've spent 15 minutes digging, and when I've reached the weird dimension or room or whatever that was, I was, to be honest, flabbergasted. I know that's a stupid word, but still. Because it was a boss room, and I was not ready for that. Turns out I was unable to place any blocks within the arena, and there was a pool of poison at the very bottom, so I was pretty much screwed. The boss fight started when I thrown some weird offering into the acid, and to be honest, the boss fight sucked, because I could not land a clean hit on the boss, however I've tried. Seeing that I'll be the one going down, not the boss, I decided for a strategic retreat, definitely not out of cowardice and inability to fight this monster, and I went back to my cozy home. After leaving my coin safely, I decided to proceed. I even thought about going back to the boys, but I went the other way, and I found a nice structure. It resembled an abandoned factory, and it was full of nice additions to my collection. Collection of useless junk, of course. By an accident, I have activated a strange beacon, and I had to fight some enemy waves, but nothing as dangerous as the octopus I had dealt with before. And at the end it even benefited me because I got a reward. So with that, I went happily back home, not as a co-ed this time, to build a new room or anything with the stuff I have gathered. In the end, I kind of built little barracks for some Wolfram soldiers or whatnot, but I was kind of happy with the result, so I just left it like that. Time flew and I wasn't making much progress when it comes to bosses in the game, so I kept building and building new houses with new floors and new decoration. I even gathered plenty of NPCs. Things were getting boring. And it would have stayed that way if I didn't meet this little guy. He was sleeping, minding his own business, so I decided to talk to him because why not? Turns out he was a ghost, and he wanted to have a spa with me. At that point, I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to fail anyway. And the guy found something that seemed like a horse that fell in love with an undead dragon and had a baby. And that was this baby. And the baby had, laser beams and everything. And I spent like 3 minutes trying to dodge it and to snap it with my new weapon that was a fish. Yeah, I legit fought him with a fish. That was electrocuting, yeah? So, electrocute damage fish. But after I have managed to take the horse down, this guy was waiting for me on his own. I legit regretted at that point that I had no mount and no minions to spite him. But this time I didn't fail. And I got the coolest set of armor I have seen in Terraria ever. This set of armor was so amazing that I even have finally defeated the big scary eye with teeth. I mean, it's considered the first or one of the first bosses in Terraria. So it kind of says a lot about the way I progressed to the game. So yeah, I'm still proud of myself and I was really happy to play that. But I can assure you that next time I'll be playing Terraria, I will not choose this mode. I think I've chosen the expert mode. So no, I'm going for journey next. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure to have you here. And if you feel like it, leave a comment. I would really like to hear about your experience with Terraria. So, have a wonderful evening. Cheers, Radfrot.